Alright guys, so if you watch my last video, I had my Supra broken. A freeze plug popped out. So freeze plug, if you don't know what it is, I'm going to show you here really quick. See, this engine here is another 2JZ which goes on the BMW. This little cap in here is a freeze plug, and it's a metal part, sometimes made out of copper. You put in there and you put a socket and slightly hammer and it goes in. It's very tight, should not come out. I'm going to show you in this video. I bought a few of those things here, which is called expansion plug. Some of them are even called freeze plug, but I'm not saying you should do it, but that was, to me, I'm building a that engine like this one. So this is a 2JZ, a Supra engine, and I'm gonna get another Supra engine, which is that one, and I'm gonna put in the Supra and take the Supra and save it. So I don't want to go through the work of taking all the intake and all that stuff. I read about this year, and a bunch of people talk good stuff, and they're running for years. I'm not sure about freezing places like here, but I'm probably not going through the winter with this. Just to cut it short, if you just want to see if it works or not, yeah, it works. I did a lot of pulls. I drove for hours, you know, stopping traffic for a little bit, and it is working. And I look in there, it's in the same state that I left when I first installed. So if you want to quit watching here, great. If not, thanks for watching the rest of it. Yeah, look at that. I don't know how I'm gonna clean that, because I gotta clean before I go with the other things in there. But look, wow. Okay, so far I just unplug this out of here. I mean, it's still plugged, but I took it out of the way. I need to take this vacuum hose out of the way. And there you go. So yeah, this just gave me a little more access. Alright, so I went out to get the 1-inch one, and I'm gonna get a tape, fold in half, put in here, and this is a 13mm, so this is just gonna help me go all the way down without making it fall. With that here, my idea now is to, from back here, try to find the hole again. Alright, so I got the thing in there, and now I am tightening by hand first, and then I'm gonna get a small wrench and I'm gonna put in here and see. I don't know how much should I tighten, how much I should tighten, but the crap out of it, I guess. Well, it can be worse than it is, so I'm gonna tighten a lot. So 1 inch was my size, and I think I need to be sure that this is tight enough. Alright, so I put it in there. I tightened it as much as I could, and of course I'm using a small wrench, so it feels tighter than if you get something with more leverage. But this, by the way, would be a temporary fix. I don't know, I've seen people saying that they use for 6 months, for a year. Here freezes and stuff, so I wouldn't use this for a long time. But as you know, I'm rebuilding that engine, which is pointless for me now to spend a lot of time to take all this crap out of here and just to replace that one freeze plug. So I'm going to put this back in there, this back in there, and where's the other little thing here? Bang. and this is gonna be all I took out to use those freeze plugs. Expansion plugs, some of them are called freeze plugs, some of them are called expansion plugs. Yeah, these are Dorman and 0260, and then there's the last number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're getting higher, larger and larger and larger. That's what I just learned. So I'm gonna put the link in the description here of the one I use, but you know, I'm not recommending it. I'm just showing you how I did it. And probably ask me a question and I'll tell you in 6 months from now how it was, because probably this engine is gonna run in here for 3 months, 4 months. I need to buy parts to build the other one, and you know, so it's gonna take a little longer. There you go. I'm holding the hose in there so we can try to see. So and that much of screw is how much I tighten. So you see here, this is all the way up. See, there's not tightening at all. All that means that I push all the way. It went to the block. I could feel it. It was tight, and as I was tightening, this pushes down and this rubber expands. So I'm not sure. I mean, the engine gets too hot. This is made for it, so I wouldn't be surprised if it holds up. It's not a turbo engine or anything yet. Okay, now one thing you should never do. Never put coolant right after you did stuff like this, or you're replacing something that you're not sure if it's gonna work. So I want to put water. This has a lot of rust inside, so this is already tired. I don't want the car to overheat, so I'm not gonna put 100% water, but I also don't want to. This is bad for the environment, and it costs 20 bucks, right? So each, so you don't want to spend money, you don't want to screw the environment, and you don't want to just waste all of this, right? So water first, let the car run, see if there's water leaking or anything, drive a little bit. Now we have plates on 666, bro, and yeah, and then we're gonna see what's up. Alright, so I am putting coolant in there. Wow, this is all rusty. Look at that thing. But I'm gonna fill this up. So now I'm gonna run the car, let it heat up, and yeah, bubble up, and we're gonna close it, maybe put some more water. Hi. Good, how are you? So yeah, it seems to be at temperature right now. It's still holding there. I don't see any smoke. So I'm gonna drive around a little and see if it pops out, but I'm just gonna go around the block and maybe get a tiny piece of the highway, so if something happens I can still drive home. And yeah, plates are in the car, so technically I can drive now. It's good to drive. Alright, back for a little ride. End of the day. I feel like I'm in Fast and Furious. Remember when they park around it? Of course it's fenced and stuff, but and this is not a Honda. But and I'm getting into the wrong door. Anyway. fun, man. It's been like beautiful. Yeah, check this out.